This must be the raven's feather Mr. Penske was talking about. And this must be the wolf's tooth Penske was talking about. I followed my lead to Flanagan's, an upscale cat house that catered to the whims of their clients. Inside the rat's nest of sleazy businessmen, I found Mulhaven.
This is a private room.
I'm Jim Pearson from the COI. I've got a few questions for you.
I'm sure I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you want to talk about this.
Where did you get that?
That's not important. What's important is you answer my questions, you cooperate, and I won't have to show this little photograph to anyone else.
Beat it.
I want to know why Von Hess is blackmailing you. What's he after?
He wants to get into the Raven room. There's a party.
Party? You're going to have to do better than that.
I swear it. It's true.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. A German diplomat blackmails an important American industrialist, not for state secrets, not for money or political votes, but to get into a party?
It's true, I swear it. I don't know why he wants to get in, but he does.
You must have some idea.
He's looking for something. He says it was stolen and smuggled out of Germany. I have no idea what it is. I swear it.
What can you tell me about this Raven room?
It's just a social club, like any other. It's popular. Exclusive.
You're not giving me very much. Maybe you'll be a little bit more cooperative if I toss you in jail for collaborating with a German spy.
Okay. Okay. On the whole, that's all it is. But there's an inner circle. First, I thought it was just a means of celebrating our heritage.
You mean German heritage, right?
Yes, our German heritage. Despite Hitler, there's no shame in that.
All right, so what about this inner circle? What are they up to?
Well, as I say, first I thought it was merely a means to celebrate our heritage. The ceremonial robes and secret greetings were all kind of hokey, but I could make some important business contacts and meet some very influential people. People who could help me should I decide to run for office. Seemed harmless enough. Then they took this too far. They're bent on restoring an order. An old order of knights. I was gonna leave the club, but... You have the reason there in your hand. Von Hess won't let me out.
I want to get into this party.
It's too late for that.
Don't try to put one past me.
The invitations don't go to just anyone. They're prepared very painstakingly in advance. First, you need a copy of the invitation itself. Then, it must be signed by the scribe. Finally, it must be sealed with the crest of the order. Even if I could get you the rest of it, I can't get you the seal.
All right. Here's an invitation. And judging from the stuff you've got in your room, you're the scribe.
How did you get this?
Don't worry about it. Just sign it.
Very well. Won't do you any good without the seal.
Do you have any idea why a kraut named Von Hess would be so eager to get into the Raven Room? He's been putting the squeeze on a Thule member pretty bad to get an invitation to this party of theirs.
You must go there.
What for?
The Nazis have been in pursuit of the Dahlia for some time now. If Hitler were to get his hands on the gem, I mean, who knows what kind of suffering the world would see.
There's only one problem. The party's by invitation only. And all the invitations have this seal from this old order of knights.
The followers of Landau.
Yes, that's right. The invitation's no good without the seal.
I've seen documents on display at the Museum of Natural History with that very same seal. I'll bet Miss Strauss would be willing to help you out.
All right. If I can't wrangle an invitation out of someone, I'll make my own.
I was in luck. Helen knew where they kept an original stamp for the seal. She agreed to meet me at the museum after hours. I could use the stamp to make my seal, but I had to be extremely careful and return it to its display case as soon as I was finished. There was only one problem.
I don't know, Helen. You're sure this is the right stamp?
Yes, I'm positive.
But the seals don't match.
I'm sure it's the right stamp. I guess it just needs adjusting.
You know how to do that?
Well, no, not really. You'll have to hurry. Fred will be making his rounds soon. I'll get in trouble if we're caught down here with that case open.
I'll do my best.
Jim, are you all right?
Yeah, I just keep having these weird nightmares, that's all. I'm okay, I'm fine. Thanks.
First you melt the wax on the paper. Then you press the seal into the wax. And voila, there's your sealed invitation.
Thanks, Helen. I better hurry if I'm going to make it to that party on time. Well, well. If it isn't Mr. Mulehaven and his esteemed guest.
You must be James Pearson of the COI. Joseph's told me all about your little visit.
I've got enough to pin on you to send you back to Germany. Joseph.
I wonder if you wouldn't be so kind as to allow Mr. Pearson and myself to chat privately.
All right, listen, mister. I know what you're up to, and I don't like it.
My dear Mr. Pearson, you have no idea at all what I am up to. You are, how do you say it, in over your head.
Well, now, the way I see it is that you're the one who's in over your head. Now, maybe if you had some of your thugs here to back you up, things would be a little different. But right now, I'm the one holding all the cards.
We've somehow managed to get off on the wrong foot. For that, I am sorry. We are not so different, you and I, as you might think.
I am nothing like you.
Perhaps. But we are both after the same thing, no? I merely seek to return to my homeland what is rightfully ours. I prefer to do so as diplomatically as possible, without conflict. The incident at the loft was a terrible mistake. We were merely after the lackey's key.
Key? What key?
It looks much like an iron cross, does it not? It is a symbol of military honor in my country.
Well, it looks like I can add interfering with a federal investigation to the list of charges. I think it's about time you and I left quietly.
I have no intention of doing any such thing.
Let's not cause a scene.
Well, you're moving up in the world, sport. I never thought to see you in such a ritzy place as this. Have you met Elliot Ness?
No, but...
No buts about it, then you simply have to meet him. I'm sure you'd like to meet the ladies, too, huh? Young bachelor like you ought to knock them dead. Elliot, I want you to meet Jim Pearson. Now, he's the young fella I've been talking about. The man who's going to give the COI some legs to stand on.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jim.
Likewise, Mr. Nix. Please, call me Elliot.
Oh, no, you can't leave without saying hello to the ladies now, Jimbo. What would they think?
Hello.
Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm sorry. I've got to run.
Don't be silly, Jimbo. You just got here.
I'll be sure to stop back later, then.
He's a bit of a strange bird, that fella.
What's back?
Private room, sir. It's not open tonight.
But I just saw somebody go in there. Mulhaven's friend, Jim.
That's a good one. What is he, a spy?
Is there something back there a spy would want?
I've been watching this door all night. There ain't nobody in there.
You went through when you were talking to Mulhaven.
Are you saying I haven't been doing my job?
I'm sure you've been doing a fine job watching the door. Haven't seen it go anywhere all night. There is a man back there, and I've got to get him. Now, am I going to have to...
To what? If you don't beat it, mister, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll toss you out in your can.
This might just come in handy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the gala premiere of The Raven Room. We hope you've been enjoying the festivities so far this evening.
Break the door down.
Open the
Come on,
door.
get in there, dude.
Will you open the door?
Let's go for it. Come on.
Come on, fellas.
What are you doing back here?
What's going on here?
We caught this guy trespassed.
Call for a squad car.
Oh, shouldn't the Bureau handle this?
We'll sort it all out later. Call for a squad car. All right, give us some room here. Let's go, people. This is official business. Come on, let's go.
This is my jurisdiction. It's a federal offense.
It happened in city lines, you federal son of a bitch!
Why, you provincial little... Elliot, help me out here.
This isn't the place for this. Meet me in my office in an hour.
I knew that Mr. Sullivan was going to be plenty sore with me for causing such a fuss at the Raven Room, but it was worth it. The next day I decided to avoid the office and give him a chance to cool down, while I headed off to Sunnyvale instead. Now that I had all three of his magic trinkets in hand, I was eager to see what Mr. Penske would do with them. Unfortunately, I never got the chance.
Where's Mr. Penske?
I'm sorry, who is it that you're looking for?
Mr. Penske?
I'm sorry, there's no one named Penske here.
But he was just in here yesterday. You were there, I saw you.
You must be mistaken, sir. This room has been unoccupied for some time. Are you sure you have the right place?
But that's impossible. He was just here. I saw it.
Sir! Are you all right, sir? You seem a little flushed. Perhaps I can find something to calm your nerves.
No. No, thanks. I'll be just fine.